For those who here don't know me, my name is Rocco, and some of you do know me. Twin brother Rico. I used to work here in Washington probably like 3-4 years ago, but I'm here to help us a bunch. And I remember when me and Rico was little, and my dad was a pastor, and we had a food pantry at the church, and he used to wake us up like almost every Saturday to go to Champaign and get some food for the food pantry. And so when people used to come to our house and knock on our door, they was like, "Is this the house that feeds people?" And I was like, "Let me go get my daddy." But so I have a little motivation speech for you. And so when I was younger, I was a track runner, and my specialty event was the 110 high hurdles. And in college, the 110 hurdles come up to 42 inches high, and that's about to my hip line. Now, on a regular track, you have 8 straightaway lanes on a regular track. And in each lane, there's 10 hurdles in each lane. Now, just imagine you at the starting line, and you're getting ready to run this race. And you're getting ready, you're mentally ready, you're physically ready. And the starter of the race say, runners on the blocks. So you get in the blocks. So this is when you silence your mind to get focused on the starters before he or she shoots the gun. And the starter say, runners on the mark, get set, and the starter shoots the gun. And you blast out the blocks just like a cannonball is being blasted out of a cannon. So you run to the first hurdle, and you clear the first hurdle, you go to the first hurdle, your technique, your form is looking good. Then you run to the second hurdle, you go with the second hurdle. Then you run to the third hurdle, you go to the third hurdle. By the time you get to the 6th hurdle, you win the lead, you win in the race, and as a hurdler, you're taught to only focus on the next hurdle that's coming up. So, but you only have 4 hurdles left, but you win in the race. So you go up the 6th hurdle, then the 7th hurdle comes. You clear the 2nd, then the 8th, you clear the 8th, you clear the 9th. So you only have the 10th hurdle left. And you run on the 10th hurdle, and you run, all of a sudden, you clip the 10th hurdle, and you fall down. And by this time, you're on the ground, a couple of the hurdlers pass you by. And then you look up real quick, and you see the finish line. And that's when it hits you, and that's when you realize, all I had to do was clear the 10th hurdle. And if I would have cleared the 10th hurdle, I would have won this race. But since you didn't clear the 10th hurdle, now you feel like a failure. And so, now I'm going to talk about life is like going over hurdles. Now, sometimes bad things is going to happen to you, and obstacles going to get in your way. And sometimes it seems like when obstacles get in your way, even when you pass one, sometimes it seems like there's another one waiting on you. It might be a week, it might be a month, and it might be a year, but sooner or later that obstacle that's waiting on you is going to come. And have you noticed, you're trying to climb a mountain is never smooth. You can't climb a smooth mountain. You're going to fall straight down. You need something to grab onto. But even if you have something to grab onto, it's still going to be hard to climb that mountain. It's not going to be easy. Now, when something bad happens to you and an obstacle gets in your way, there's 2 ways you can look at it. One way, life is not fair. Why do bad things keep happening to me? I'm never going to be nothing in life. Since this bad thing happened to me, I guess it's who I truly am. And pride. I don't need any help from anybody. I can do this all on my own. I can fix this problem on my own. Another way you can look at it is, what can I learn from this? Who can I help that's going through the same thing that I went through? You might knock me down, but I'm going to get right back up. I'm never going to stop, and I'm never going to quit. And also swallow that bullet called pride. I can't do this on my own. I need help from somebody. When I fall, I need somebody to pick me up. Now, having obstacles in your life, when bad things happen to you, it's like you're trying to, a wall that's being built. And the more the obstacle or the bad thing that's happened to you stops you, the thicker the wall gets. And when that wall gets thick, that's when you allow excuses to come to your life. That's when you allow blaming others to come to your life. Now, don't get me wrong. When bad things happen to you, as a human, the first thing to do is to blame others and make excuses. That's just a human nature. But when you allow blaming others and excuses come in your life, that's when you allow whatever happened to you to become your identity. And let me give you an example. Say there was a kid growing up, and all this kid heard was, "You're never gonna be nothing in life. You're no good. You're zero. You're not even worth a dime." Now, if this kid is not mentally strong, they're gonna grow up saying, "I'm never gonna be nothing in life. I'm no good. I'm a zero. I'm not even worth a dime." So now this kid is thinking, this must be true. Because why would they say it to me if it wasn't true? So this is my identity. I'm nothing. So they grow up thinking that. And as a quote from Charles Swindoll, it says, "Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it." Now, it might be 20, might be 30, might be 40, 50, it just depends on what happened to you. But I'm focused on the reaction. Because usually when something bad happens to you, it's small. But the reaction, it lasts for a long time. And, people just react to it. And yes, bad things might happen to you. And yes, bad things might happen to you, or the obstacle that get in your way is going to affect the way you think. And yes, the obstacles or the bad things that happen to you is going to affect you from the inside. But whatever you do not allow that bad thing or that obstacle to become your identity. Because if you allow it to become your identity, it takes years to recover from that once it becomes your identity. And the only way to get rid of the identity and to have a bright future, you have to deal with the past. I'm talking about the stuff you swept under the rug. I'm talking about the stuff you locked up in the room and locked up the door and threw the key away. You have to open up that key. You have to sweep all that junk you swept under the rug out. That's the only way to have a bright future. You've got to go back and deal with the past. It's time to knock down the walls. It's time to knock down all the obstacles that's in your way. It's time to clear all the hurdles in your lane. And it's time to finish the race. Now imagine you just clip the 10th hurdle and you're on the ground. And you fall down. Now imagine all the hurdlers, some of the hurdles who pass you by, and you watch them pass you by. Now imagine you watching the person who won the race, raising their hands up in victory and celebrating. Now imagine all the time you put in, the practice, the sacrifice, the sweat, blood, and tears, and now you sit there on this ground, you feel like a failure. But now, imagine this, you still getting up and finishing the race. Thank you, and God bless.